Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Camouflage of the World, the series where we take a look at many different camouflage patterns from countries all around the world for basic recognition purposes, a brief history of the pattern, and just a general appreciation of all the different countries' takes on camouflage for various environments. I am Mike B, and today we're going to be talking about the Danish M84 Woodland pattern. So the brief history is in the mid to late 1970s, NATO countries, by and large, started seeing a need for camouflage uniforms versus the one solid color most NATO countries were wearing, an olive drab uniform of some variant at that point. So among those countries were Germany experimenting with different camouflage patterns. You might be familiar with Flecktarn. Well, they didn't officially adopt it until 1991, but in the trials, the Danish actually saw that and said, "Oh, we like that actual pattern." So in 1978, they decided to do some trials in a similar pattern. What you see before you, it's kind of similar. It was a little bit lighter and whatnot, but I don't have an example of that. But just use your imagination. But it was not adopted until 1984, when they kind of, I guess, put more trials forth and decided to adopt this. This was the end result, this pattern, what you see before you, the M84. And it's also the name of the uniform type, which I'm not sure this is, and I'm not really good on the different styles of uniforms of the Danes, so I'm just going to call this a field jacket. If you're Danish and you're cringing right now, I apologize. There's not a lot of information out there on the actual different models. All I know is I love the pattern. All right, I'll get back on track. Okay, so we're talking about the pattern here, though. I'm not really going to be talking about the cut or the model of the jacket. So it's a 3-color design, as you can possibly see, unlike the German 5-color Flecktarn. So let's take a closer look and you'll see what I mean. And this is what I really love about this particular pattern, is the absolute simplicity of it. As you know, Flecktarn's got 5 colors in it. I'm sorry, the German Woodland Flecktarn has got 5 colors in it. And although it's effective, I like more simple patterns. 3 colors seems to be pretty good, and this would be very effective up here, like I said. So yeah, you can see this particular material is kind of a twill. Everything's made pretty well. This jacket's dated 2004, so you can tell with the original tags. There are reproductions of this stuff made, but you can definitely tell the difference. Also, if you're from Denmark or know anything about the Danish military, I could not find anything on what this patch is. So if you could post in the comments what it is with maybe a source so I can confirm it and corroborate it so I can learn myself, that would be great. Anyway, yeah, this is a really cool piece. I love the Danish M84. I really wish they would surplus it out, but they're kind of stubborn like that. So all right, we'll wrap the video up, and yeah. So this pattern was officially replaced in 2011 by a multicam variant, just like every other bandwagon country it seems to be, past recent decade or so. And these are very, very hard to get, especially in the US, because the Danes, I believe, they destroy their surplus as well as the Germans, and they just don't sell it, even though I myself would absolutely love to have one of these that fits me and have a set of this, and I'm sure a lot of other people would. But yeah, they have replaced it with the M2011, which is basically multicam. It's really collectible. These things are very hard to come by outside of Denmark, and even in Denmark apparently they're hard to get. And I think it'd be really effective up here in the northwestern part of Wisconsin in the summertime. This is the same kind of color scheme as like Multicam Tropic, which is one of my favorites. I didn't get a chance to test it this year because it was fall by the time I got this example to make the video with. But I'd really like to get a set someday that fits me and do a camouflage test proper. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. If you want to support my work and want more cool educational content like this, the link to my Patreon is in the description. Or you can also become a channel member by hitting the join button below this video. Your support helps me be able to make a wider variety of content that I wouldn't be able to do simply funding out of pocket. So it allows me to do more cool things instead of just sitting in front of the camera and talking. I'm allowed to get items to kind of show you tangible history and teach you that way. Also, it's $5 a month or more. It gets you access to my Discord, which is kind of a cool thing. It's I have a lot of fun on there, so do the other people. We have a lot of good conversations, a lot of good information's exchanged, and yeah, so on and so forth. So if you can't support the channel financially, I totally get it. Just make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video if you think it was good and somewhat educational. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next episode of Camouflage of the World.